Good morning, everyone. This is your girl, Kotiri, and welcome back to my channel, My Opinions Vlog. Okay, I'm on my way to work, tired, had a great weekend. A lot of y'all don't know I don't do commentary on the weekend, on my days off for my job. I do it Monday through Friday while I'm on my way to work or before I get to work. A lot of you guys may not know this. Not only that, I was going through a little bit of a sore throat all last week and still is, so that's why my voice is kind of like a little bit raspy. And plus it's early in the morning, but I'm still recovering from a sore throat. But let's talk about my girl, Wendy Williams. Now, I did watch a 2-day documentary special that they had hosted on Lifetime. It started at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and it was like a 2-hour special. It ran over a little 2 hours. I'll say 2 hours and 15 minutes. That's how long the documentary 2-day special was. I enjoyed it. It was exactly what I thought it would be. Very emotional for me because I am a diehard fan of Wendy Williams. And when I say diehard fan, it's because I watched Wendy Williams when she first started in '09. I watched the very first episode when it aired, and I've always been into Wendy every morning. And even if I'm working, I'm not able to, because I work, I don't sit at home, see her show. You can watch it, what I'm saying, a lot of the clips on YouTube, or you can watch it online. So this is what I'm saying. I've always watched Wendy. I admire her, what I'm saying, what she do, how you doing, what I'm saying, hot topics. I was really a viewer of hers, what I'm saying. So to see her in this state and to see her transition into, kind of early onset dementia, and not in a good way. This is like Bruce Willis. They kind of like comparing her dementia to what Bruce Willis is currently suffering from. And I love Bruce Willis. These two people, I love him as an actor since I was a little girl watching him, what I'm saying, in Die Hard 1, 2, and 3. What I'm saying, I've always been a big fan of Bruce Willis, and then also Wendy Williams, and they kind of suffering from the same dementia. It saddens me, what I'm saying, really saddens me. We all knew that Wendy Williams had, alcohol issue, alcohol disorder, and then, she had a failed marriage. It wasn't her fault. She was a breadwinner. He was her manager. He was running the whole Wendy Williams production, and he decided to have an extra marital affair, what I'm saying, with a side itch, then turned around and got pregnant. She talked about that in the part 1 of her documentary on Where's Wendy. She was in love with this man first. When she looked at him, she was just kind of like, she didn't think that she would end up marrying this man. She kind of didn't see potential in him, what I'm saying, but she gave him a chance, what I'm saying, and he changed her life for the better. He helped produce her show. He was her bread and butter, her morning tea or coffee, which meaning even though she was struggling from her alcoholism, he made sure she got up, what I'm saying, and made it on time to the show. Even when she was tired or exhausted or she had a hangover, he made sure, get up, Wendy, have your cup of coffee, what I'm saying, eat, let's do this. You understand? That's one thing that her son, little Kevin Hunter, talked about. The daddy, and her husband might have been an asshole. He might have been a cheater, but he made sure the show was running. And then, like I said, when you get a divorce and you no longer have that person that pushed you in your life and put you in your place, you kind of like run astray. And that's what happened to Wendy Williams. He broke her heart. And you could tell, when she talked about, she said her last name is still Hunter, so that says a lot. It's not Williams anymore, which, now it is, but, some women decide to keep their marriage last name, but she still, referred to herself as Wendy Hunter, so she still had feelings for her ex-husband. He just broke her heart. So it was a very emotional roller coaster, and I knew it would be, and to see her in that very, forgetful state, you understand, and see her, her mood, she kind of got mood disorders where, 1 minute she's calm and collective, she's talking to you, just like the regular Wendy, then she's snapping. And this is what, the onset dementia in the early stage does. It's like they forget. They'll forget in a quick second, in the blink of an eye. You understand? I dealt with dementia, what I'm saying? So I like I said, I got a front row seat to dealing with patients with dementia and also family member. And it's not easy. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? And it was very interesting, the niece. Now, I didn't know, y'all know I live in Miami, Florida. The niece is on either Channel 10 on Channel 7 News. I've seen her before, but I didn't know that she was Wendy Williams' niece. She's a news anchor here in Miami, Florida, because it kind of came out in a documentary. And I was like, oh, I know. I thought I've seen her face before. The niece kind of got on my nerves. I'm going to do a part 2 to this video, y'all. But the niece, when she first came to Wendy Williams' penthouse in New York, and the assistant, Wendy was telling her that, hey, I got a new team, I got assistant, I like her, and she was bringing the assistant out, and how the niece kind of like dismissed her in a way. I thought she was very rude. And that wasn't her place, because remember, she has a guardian. Whether y'all like the Guardian program, the guardianship, however, you guys got to deal with that. That's her new norm. For the niece to pop off with an attitude because she called the publicist / assistants inside the living room so she could meet her, and it was how she dismissed her. Oh, I don't want her around. Who she think this is very jarring. Who you think, like, who does she think she is? And the young lady didn't do nothing. All she did was try to, she put her hand out to shake your hand, to introduce herself, to say hi. And the niece just was like, she went left. That bothered me, seeing that. Felt like the niece, like, she was overstepping her boundaries a lot, and she was like, yeah, I understand she had the best interest of her aunt, but I guess they didn't know that, she was suffering from dementia at the time. I'm going to just pass it off like the niece said no. And she was like trying to remind her that, hey, you don't have the show. The show was canceled because Wendy Williams, still believes that, she's going to come back to her show. And she talks about it like if it's going to happen next week or tomorrow. And the niece kept being very dismissive. It was like, no, there's no show. That's not what's going on and stuff. And it was really irritating me. Her niece irritated me in a way when she kept trying to demand her to remember this, to do this. Let me tell you something. People got to educate themselves with Alzheimer's and dementia. It's like almost two of the same. In a way. They're very forgetful. You can tell them something, right then and there, and guess what? The next couple of seconds or a minute, they forget it. They forget everything that you said. So when she kept telling her, no, you need to do this, and these people, what can Wendy do? When it was a court appointed a guardian. A judge made the decision, and she's saying that, oh, you need to get these people from around you. They mean you no good. They're just trying to harbor your money. And they're just taking advantage of you. What can Wendy Williams do when she have no control over her financial, assets? When the courts does. So she kind of got to go along with what the court said. So the niece, she was getting on my nerve when she kept telling her, like, she's already going through enough. Her it's so much that her mental capacity can take. And when you sit up there just, like, how can I say, you're kind of adding all this unnecessary stress about these people around her. She has no control. I just feel like, see, this is why, and see, it's more to the family, and I'm not going to blame all the family, but I'll probably talk about this in part 2. But like I said, her son had control, because he's like, what, at the time, he was 18 or 19 when she started to kind of spiral out of control. So he was power of attorney, should I say. He was in control of all her money, but in a way, little Kevin Hunter was kind of overspending her money, and it kind of alerted the banks. You know what I'm saying? Like, something is not right. Why is 100,000, 200, 300,000 being ciphered from her account? You know what I'm saying? Like, probably every few days or every week. This is not right. This is not Wendy's normal spending habit. And the bank has a right, to, hey, put a stop to it. This is not right. And then seeing that, she's in and out of rehab. She has alcohol addiction, Graves' disease. She's looking crazy. So, they felt like, what? This is what we're supposed to do. We're going to alert, the courts about, like, looking at, like, a guardianship, because it seemed like her money, money's been taken advantage of by her family. Even though, little Kevin Hunter is saying that my mom, have a spending habit. She's the one that's saying buy this and that. And as you can see in the documentary, Wendy she aimed to please her family. You understand? She wants to please them by buying them things. You can really see that. So of course, if he wants a $200,000-$300,000 car, she's going to buy it for little Kevin. And that's, even though that's not a normal thing, but she's taking care of a younger man that should be in college, making something of himself with his rich mother. Won't you use her money to go to college to better educate yourself? So you don't have to keep on, using your mother money and she can have money until, whenever God decided, call her home, instead of overly spending it. Because he was just saying, like, it's not me, it's her. I do whatever she say, but you can tell your mama's not in her right state of mind. $100K on a party, young man, you 18 and 19. This ain't no sweet 16 king say. You should be in college. You should need no big, lavish a party. So this alerted the banks because of overspending that she was doing. And yes, she liked the finest things. She liked the most expensive things. And I do believe Wendy, agreed to all this to make her family happy. You can tell she loved her family. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it seemed as though, like I said, I can only say I can blame this on her son because he was the one that had control of her assets. Not the sister, not the brother, not the daddy, not the niece. Her son. So the blame went on her son, as it should. He was overspending and this, like, my mom, she's not here, so I could take advantage. And you know what I'm saying? I could, pick away on her weakness. She wants to make sure her son is always happy. She's always been that parent, but come on now. So like I said, her son is the reason why she got a guardian. If he wasn't sitting up there, helping her overspend her money. And then, like, they look at him as being young. He don't know how to really take care of her. I'm not saying he can't, but like I said, what are you doing? You got no career. You're not showing that you got a job, a stable job. You're just showing that you're just, leeching off your mother. And I can see why it set him back, and they're like, because all he gonna do is just, keep keep making her spin and spin and spin. And even though that's her leisure, her discretion, but like I said, she's not right. You want her to keep spending until she broke? So they're mad at the guardianship system, and they saying it's broken, but hey, y'all was sitting up there helping her spend all her money. That's not like y'all wasn't involved. That's why the courts had to step in. So I can see in the documentary it's very one-sided. The family's like, no, it's not us, it's not me. It had to be, because it flat the bank. And they see, like, where it was signatures that did not look like Wendy when the experts were speaking. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know they're not happy with, hey, somebody else in control of Wendy, and you know what I'm saying, how she lived her life and stuff. But like I said, y'all caused this. Well, because y'all was overspending the lady money, and y'all was doing, like, big transactions, which is unusual. I know it's crazy that the bank, watch your money, but hey, they got to do what they got to do to make sure, you know what I'm saying, you're not being robbed blindly or being taken advantage of by, you know what I'm saying, vulture, culture, type of family members. It ain't right. You should better spend your money the way you need to spend it. But when you see a person like Wendy Williams is not in a right mental state, she's not in her right state of mind, it does bring concerns and red flags. And there was also, like, they was having issues with the show production because they want her to stay in New York because they're trying to rehabilitate her so she can get her show back. And the family want her down here because they said they want to take care of her, make sure she's healthy, she's eating. So it's like, it's just chaos and confusion on both ends. The production, they want to continue making money and they want to keep her famous, such as Wendy Williams. She loved to be famous. She liked to be in the spotlight. She liked to be seen. You got the family, say they're really concerned about her, as a family member, as a loved one. They want to, make sure she live and be healthy. But at the same time, a lot of family want her around because she got money. And who she is, let's be honest. Because Wendy Williams' son, not one time when he sat down, he never said he was in college. You never heard him say he got a job. He's trying to, pursue a career. He just interviewed. What are you doing with your life, young man? You literally sit up there living off your mother. So I can see why the court did not appoint you as guardianship. You have nothing to fall back on. You can't take care of your mother financially because you got no job. You have nothing going on. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying facts. Why would I give you guardianship? You have, like, not saying he's not capable of taking care of his mother, such as, making sure she eats, get to her appointment. Yeah, he could do that. But can he, like I said, take care of her financially if all her money runs out? That's what I'm saying. Are you going to be there 24/7 to watch her to make sure she doesn't drink? He's young. He's going to want to go party. He got a girlfriend. I don't see little Kevin Hunter doing that 24 hours. And that's what they were telling the family in part 2. Or is anyone, like, going to give up their life to Wendy Williams? To be there 24 hours like the manager doing. That's hard when you got your own family. So that's why the judge hired, a guardian who gets paid to make sure she's getting, what she needs every day. But, Wendy Williams still got rights. She still can make her own decision at the end of the day. This is not like, she's being locked up. She has rights. She has rights to get alcohol here and there. You know what I'm saying? Just with moderation. You know what I'm saying? She can get alcohol, but you don't want her to abuse it. But she has a right. She still have a say-so. But just she needs somebody to make sure she's making a sound and a right decision at the same time. But this is very sad, y'all. But I just feel like the family is not all innocent. And I'm not blaming all family members and stuff. I got to blame, young Kevin. But the family members all around, because, like I said, she's going, whatever they say that they want, she's going to make sure she buy it for them, because that's Wendy Williams. That's who she is. She want to make sure her family is happy, so she buy them happiness. But okay, y'all, I'll be back with part 2.